Here we are again, my friends. This week we are going to have a look at the new functionalities made available by TUNTORI in the new version 1.0.9 of Mightier Amp. So stay here. Right after the intro, we're going to have a look. Here we go again. As just explained, we are here because Tuntori made available recently, both for Android and iOS devices, the new version of this fantastic app, Mightier Amp, that unleash all the functionalities of our NUX Mighty devices. As usual, I have here with me my NUX Mightier and NUX Mighty Plug Pro MP3 for showing you how they can work. Well, this update is a great news because in particular it introduces some changes that have been introduced also in version 1.0.7, but Tutorial released the new version 1.0.9 very soon, so this is a cumulative show of the new changes that has been introduced, and some of them are very unexpected, I would say, but in any case, we're really welcome. So, in a moment, I'm gonna describe them one by one. They are related to the support of new devices, new functionalities, some updates and changes that we have been requiring for some time because they could be very helpful for us. So, let me show you the screen of my smartphone. Of course, I'm gonna load immediately Mightier Amp and start one of my devices, in this case my Mightier, to start showing you the news introduced. Okay, the first update is the addition of the support for the NUX Mighty Lite Bluetooth Mark II. You see here on my screen, screen of my smartphone, I am in Mightier Amp. I am in the settings page. If you select a device, try to select the device, we have the full list of devices supported by the app, and we have what we are used to see, so Mighty Plug Air, Mighty Plug Pro, Mighty Space, but you see that also Mighty Lite Mark II is now available. It is very close from an electronic point of view and functionality point of view to NUX Mighty Air, so it looks like, for an expert like me, it looks like a lighter version of NUX Mighty Air with something less, something more, because it's newer, but of course I'm expecting that Tuntori needed to tweak very deeply its software to make it available, because you know all the manufacturers always introduce changes and something that can create difficulties in this kind of support. So it is always a challenge to make it available. So now I can finally give a great welcome to all our friends that have been asking in Facebook group, in other sources, in my channel as well, the support for this device. Now you can apply all the fantastic functionalities provided by Mightier Amp also with your device, and you can have. By the way, you can also take advantage of what I've been showing you in other videos within the channel. So make sure that you're double checking and applying and taking the opportunity to experiment and experience some of the addition that Tuntori made available so kindly. And let's go on with the second addition, the possibility to toggle tuner button to have a new hotkey to toggle tuner in the system. Of course, the tuner is not available for NUX Mighty Air, so I'm turning it off, my Mighty Air, and turning on instead my Mighty Plug Pro. Sorry, I need to turn it on. Yes, okay. So now I can connect it within the app. So sorry, let me scan. There is a Mighty Plug Pro. This way the button is becoming available. It's taking some time, sorry for that. Sorry. The live recordings have these possibilities. As I said, you may ask, what is this toggle tuner hotkey, where it is? You may remember that in many of my videos I've been showing you how to control the NUX Mighty devices through an external pedal, through Bluetooth or USB, using the fantastic app Mightier Amp that allows you to configure hotkeys like a keyboard shortcut if you want for activating some functionality. So it's very easy. If you go to remote control, we are still in the settings tab. If you go to remote control and select one of the devices, now I'm just going to show you, so I'm using the default HID, you see that there is a new menu that is Mish hotkeys, so miscellaneous hotkeys. If you push here there is a possibility to toggle a tuner. So again, it is possible now to use an external pedal, like for example the MV Chocolate that you can see in Guitar 4 and Guitar 5 and other videos within this very channel. It is possible to associate one of the buttons, one of the commands, also to the tuner. So again, you can simulate even deeper a normal pedal board to use, well, not live because I'm not using these devices live, but in any case, something similar to what you are going to do live, and you can have a button that activate and deactivate the tuner, of course, for the devices supporting it. So I'm referring to NUX Mighty Plug Pro and Mighty Space at the moment. For the time being, these two are the only devices that support this possibility. Now, let's have a look at another additional functionality, something I have been asking a great voice to Tuntori, because many of us were telling this in one of my videos, in one of my previous videos. I've been describing you how to use the Jamtracks tab, so I'm selecting it now in Mightier Amp, for using some backing tracks to play on. It is possible to control them in this app, and there are a lot of additional functionalities made available. You may remember that if you go in the Tracks tab, it is possible to select one of the songs that you want, and pushing it here, there is a song editor created by Tuntori that makes it possible to create some events at certain point of the song, so that at that point there is a switch that changes the preset that you can use. For example, if you have a song where, for example, the first 30 seconds are playing clean, then you need to enter with a distorted guitar, it is possible to select two different presets, one for clean for the first part, then put an event at 30 seconds, for example, to switch to distorted, again return to clean, or again to other particular effects, activate or deactivate some effects at some point in the song. It's always possible. This way you have a configuration and you can just play your guitar, and you don't need to bother about what preset or what configuration is done, because you can fine-tune it to the song. Of course, it takes a lot of planning to do this, but it is very useful. There was a limitation in this one, because you see it's possible to insert an event, that means switch to any for example, song here. So you see now I place an event. When the song will reach this point, it will switch to the preset Tutorial Jam Classic Rock D, that is one of those created. It is also possible to associate an initial parameter, an initial preset. For example, I want to start with something similar to an acoustic simulation. So another preset in any case that is starting when this backing track is starting. It is associated directly to the jam track, to the backing track. So when I played it in the system, it automatically switched to the new selection. So you don't need to bother. You need to do it only once, and then you can create a playlist and everything. But go to the specific video for all these details. There was a limitation in the system. That was this one. Now it is possible. You see that when you created the initial parameter, the button used to be orange. Now it is blue. It was not possible in the previous version of the application to remove it completely. For example, you just wanted to say, I want to start this song with the preset that now I have selected in the system, and I just wanted to activate the switch at a certain point. It was not possible anymore. If you had already selected the preset, it was stored. You could only replace it with a new one. That was always possible, so you just needed to edit this. But now it is completely possible to also to clean it. So it is, for example, I want to remove it, select none. It is now available again, and it is completely fresh as anything was, for example, if I select it by mistake, I can replace it. But if really you want to start in a different way, in different moment, and you want to keep it free, you can remove it. I know it's not probably it's not the purpose of this system, but maybe you want to play the same backing track over and over with different presets to feel the difference. If you had something inserted here, you needed to replace it every time, because you could not simply select another preset in the system and hear it with the backing track, because the system at the start was always selecting that specific preset, and sometimes it could feel a little annoying, I would say. Now let's have a look at the last addition. So I'm going back and back. No, sorry, no, I need to go out, but we need to return to the editor tab. So the first tab here, the bottom, okay? So we can have a look because TUNTORI, by the way, is always improving also the usability of the application. So it is important to focus on some of the details. In the FX tab, it is possible, not for all devices, sorry, because some of you will not find them. So, for example, I'm making this very mistake because the new change is related to functionalities of the touch wah effect. So it is a simulation of the auto wah system that was included in Mightier and Mighty Plug 2. It's not available anymore in Mighty Plug Pro and Mighty Space, so this is not applicable for those devices. I'm expecting that it is available for Mighty Lite Bluetooth Mark II, but I'm not sure. I don't own that device, so I'm asking you, owner of that device, to confirm this one. Considering that the electronics is very similar to Mighty Air, I'm expecting that it should have the same list of effects. In any case, I'm sure that it is available for Mighty Air and Mighty Plug 2. So we are going to the editor tab. Let's have a look at the FX point. You see here, it is possible to select the first effect, touch wah. So I'm selecting it. Now you see that the type, so this voice, that used to be a selector, so it was not so evident that it was switching between 4 different possibilities. It looked like something like an analogic setting, so a continuous settings. Instead, behind the curtain, it was selecting one of these values. So to improve greatly usability, TUNTORI made available a selector. This way, now you select the type of wah among the four systems, and it is clear that you are selecting a different kind of effect and not just moving a selector that looked a little strange. So again, another usability improvement that it is always welcome. So we have finished with the new functionalities, but now it's time to look at the list of bug fixes that is very long as well, because as I said, TUNTORI is supporting this app very deeply, very strongly. Is a great developer in my opinion, and is providing a lot of new functionalities and making it better and better every time. So I'm telling you, update it, install the new version, and please consider that he's doing everything in his spare time. He is doing it for free. He's also paying for making it available, because there is a subscription every year to do that, to make available the application also for iOS devices within the Apple App Store. So please evaluate donating. Go into his GitHub website. There is a possibility to donate. It's something, a small amount. It's not necessary to give a lot of money, but we are a lot that are using this application. If you give something, we can support him, so he can be supported in his free time when he's doing this development, and he can provide over and over new functionalities and fixing all the bugs introduced. By the way, I had a look in the GitHub page at the list of bug reports, and I've seen that none of them has been unattended. Sometimes it's not possible to change something because it's not a real bug, but it is a functionality that has been created like that by the manufacturer. But in any case, is always checking, trying to fix it, and providing new version over and over. Now I cannot show you in detail the bug because it would be necessary to replicate the bug. So I'm just giving you the list and the description on what have been done, so you can see it also scrolling below below the table. You may remember that when the system was connected to the first one is a fix on the chain rearrangement. On some devices like the Mighty Plug Pro and Mighty Space, the list of effects in the chain here can be changed. In Mighty Air, Mighty Plug 2 is fixed, so you cannot use it differently. But in other devices, it is possible to move the blocks in different positions. So let me show you. For example, I can take the mod and move it back forth in different situation. It happened in the past, and you may remember that I showed you also this one in another video, that sometimes when you were saving a preset, so when we save locally, for example, the preset here in drafts, bug one, for example, I'm saving this one. Okay, it happened that when reloading the preset, the list of blocks, if they were in particular moved in different position, they were scrambled up. They were not in the right position as we saved them. So during the save, there was a matter in this list in the position of the different blocks. For example, in my case, I always had the compressor at the end, regardless if it was selected or not. So every time I needed to move it again to the beginning of the chain. So that was quite annoying in my opinion, because we are expecting that when you save a preset, it is frozen. So when you select it again, it is exactly as you saved it. This has been fixed. So if you had this, if you experience this problem, you can find it fixed. There was another situation that I have been experiencing many times. It happened every now and then that the preset tab at a certain point was not available. I could push it, but it was not possible to select it anymore. And to me, the only fix was to close the application and open it again. Also, this one should be now fixed. I can tell you that I've been testing the new version for some days and nothing happened. I used to experience this once every 4 or 5 times started the application. Now it never happened during these days, so I'm expecting that in fact TUNTORI found the real root cause and fixed it once and for all. Then there were some issues with the analog delay parameters. In particular, if you were selecting the analog delay, some parameters, in particular the BPM, were shown a little in a little strange way, and there were some issues with the amount, because I used to see ciphers around 2000 or something like that. It seems that also this one has been fixed, so now they should be correct. I think there was a correct, I don't know the details, so I'm just making an hypothesis. I believe that maybe there was some coefficient that needed to be applied. And again, another thing, you may have seen that I could connect without any problem my Mighty Plug Pro. Many of you may have experienced, it happened to me only once, may have experienced in any case, that if the device was uploaded with some custom IRs. You know that in NUX Mighty Plug Pro you have 20 spaces for uploading custom IRs. If you had a custom IRs in the device, it happened that you could not connect using Mightier Amp regardless what you were doing. For what I have experienced, it was not so easy to understand, because it looked like it was small, so it was difficult to find out. TUNTORI confirmed that there was a bug. Now it's fixed. You see that my MP Pro is connected, and you can also see that I stuffed it with a lot of custom IRs that I'm gonna be showing you in later. So there was no connection issues, regardless of the fact that the device was uploaded with a lot of custom IRs. So, being said this, I hope you like this description. I hope you like Mightier Amp in particular. Please, please, please consider donating to TUNTORI, because remember, he is doing all this. It's a fantastic application that he made available, and he's doing it for free. more than for free, because as I said before, he's paying to be an official developer within the Apple App Store. So this is not free. He's paying an amount every single year to make available this application. So I think that we really need to thank him, to give him support, and if possible to give something like a coffee or something like that. So don't believe you need to donate a lot, but it is important to, as a sign, also as a matter, because this way we can show him his appreciation. I'm doing it every single day. I'm providing this video for free as well, and I would like to confirm again that I'm using definitely this app because it's very, very powerful. It introduces a lot of additional functionality to the system that are not available with the official app. So it is much better, and you see it is uploaded, it is updated very, very often, and always with heavy changes that we can leverage. Okay, just one thing about next steps. Now I'm recording this video during the Cyber Week, so during the Black Friday week, if you want. And I took the opportunity, like many of you may have, to purchase some custom IRs from Choptones and other. And also I purchased a couple of complete packages for the NUX Mighty Plug Pro that are available on Choptones, and that during the Black Week are discounted by a huge amount, 40%, 67% in certain situations for some IRs. But I found out with my personal experience that using them is not so easy, it's not so straightforward. So my next video will be focusing on that. I'm going to show you how to upload both the custom IRs and the presets in the plug to experience what Choptones have to offer. By the way, to select them, there are some recordings in the website by Choptones, so you can also hear if there is something that you really like. I consider that they are recorded directly from the device, so you may experience exactly the same thing. Personally, you know it because I am providing some presets. I don't like using presets made by other without understanding how they work. I want to know how they work. So for IRs, of course, they need to be recorded. You need to have the tools, the hardware to create them. So I'm purchasing them as anybody else is doing, but then it's good to experiment. But I think that those presets have some content inside. In any case, as I said, it's difficult to use them. I'm going to show you in the next video. So please stay tuned, consider subscribing to the channel. This way you will be notified every time I'm publishing something new. In the meantime, I'm renewing you the invitation for next week. So bye bye everybody, and thank you for watching.